I'm Ben Grimsby. I'm a road worker here for the Town of Alden, and my primary functions are to ensure safe travel for the motoring public and keep the roads plowed and the road work done.
Today we're with Ben from the Town of Alden. Ben had the opportunity to put the KAGE AdvantEdge system on their municipal truck. Ben handles 91 miles of road.
98 miles.
98 miles of road in a town serving about
3,000 residents.
3,000 residents. Ben's going to talk to us about how the KAGE AdvantEdge system gives them a higher level of performance and leaving the roads cleaner for the residents of his town. We thank Ben for his time and the time of the Town of Alden for allowing us to put the AdvantEdge system on their machine, and for them taking the time to give KAGE an opportunity to show them how this simple product can provide so much for their community. So Ben, what were your overall impressions of the KAGE AdvantEdge system?
After putting the AdvantEdge cutting edge on my truck, I noticed it cut very well. It got all the snow and all the slush right off the road, and really got into the cracks and crevices and the imperfections of our roadways.
Did you have an overall impression of it before you ever used it?
I knew the theory behind it, and I expected that it would do just that. It would get into the imperfections pretty good and get all the snow and slush out, but I didn't think it would work as good as it did.
Ben, help me understand how the KAGE AdvantEdge system exceeded your expectations.
For number one, I noticed the ride in the plow. You get a lot less jolting and banging, so to speak, going over bumps and imperfections. It was a lot quieter in the cab as well, to include not getting snow thrown up on your windshield. That's pretty big for us here. And then as far as it getting the material off the road, it cut very well. It got into pretty much every crack and crevice you could find. I have a culvert that has sunk over the years. Never could get all the snow out of it, and this came in and dug right down and got it out without damaging the road.
So Ben, tell me maybe an area where we could have improved on it.
At this point in time, I can't say I've noticed anything that I would personally change on it. It seemed to work very well for us.
So Ben, tell me how the AdvantEdge cutting edge system has helped your department and maybe the town become more productive and more efficient.
Sure. So first of all, snow removal is very important to the Town of Alden, and specifically safe travel is really important to us, so getting all the material off the road. And simply, I don't have time to make 2 passes to try to get everything scraped off. So with this cutting edge, I can do that really well in 1 pass. And second, honestly, the quieter ride and the less jawing around really helps cut down on fatigue for me as a driver when I'm running, 9, 10, sometimes even 14 hours straight in that truck.
Yeah, so you talked a little bit about the quieter ride. Tell me what that's like.
So I guess the best way to describe it is imagine putting your window down, maybe just an inch, and you get that grinding and that scraping noise coming in. Now put this bit on, and it's almost as if that window's up.
Wow. So reducing fatigue was huge in your business, obviously, and taking impact from the road is just part of the job, right?
Yes.
So did this blade at all help reduce some of that impact from the road?
Yeah, Greg, the springs inside really take the brunt force of that, so you're not feeling it in the cab as you used to. And not just for my comfort, but these trucks, they have to go. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You can't lay down broken. The snow doesn't stop falling, so it helps save the truck too. So
Ben, keeping the roads clean is important, right? And getting it down to that substrate in the first pass is really important. Can you just tell me how the KAGE AdvantEdge cutting edge system helped you do that?
Right, so it, before your other cutting edges, you know, they sometimes leave a little bit here and there kind of thing. This one scrapes it all. Anywhere where there's an uneven spot in the road or an imperfection, this will cut down and get every last bit of it.
Being able to clean that culvert, Ben, is super important. It's sunken in the road and it's been a pain point of yours. What would have happened over that culvert now you don't see happening?
Greg, when you go over that culvert with a straight bit that doesn't move, you leave a strip in there. There's no way around it. With this one, it's really able to get down in there and get every last piece out, so you don't have ice pack and stuff build up in there.
Ben, what would you say to other municipalities that might be thinking about taking the AdvantEdge cutting edge system and putting it in their fleet?
I would tell them try it out. We were very highly impressed with it. I think it's going to go on our other truck when we get a chance here, and it's kind of changed the game for us.
Yeah. How many miles of road do you guys have here?
We have 98 miles of road that we plow,
Okay.
and we serve roughly 3,000 residents.
3,000 residents. So Ben, is there anything else you'd like to add about the KAGE AdvantEdge system?
No. I guess what I have to say about it is going into running this bit, the expectations, you know, were there, but I didn't know how well they'd be met. We were very impressed with it, and like I said, I think we'll add it to our fleet from now on.
So Ben, it sounds like you had an opportunity to help install the AdvantEdge system onto your plow. You want to tell me a little bit about, well, how easy it was?
Yeah, Greg, so believe it or not, the date we had scheduled, it started snowing pretty heavily that morning. So I pulled in there, truck covered in snow, and the boys from KAGE, you know, came out and we got right after it. We ran into a few little issues with some of the bits not quite fitting, and the guy stepped up right then and there and got them fitted perfectly, whether it was grinding it down and getting done what needed to get done. Most places I've run into, you know, sorry, you got to come back. That wasn't an option that day, and we really got her done.
Yeah, and so this uses a standard highway punch. Your plow's, I'm assuming, already set up for it. Did it just bolt right on?
Yeah, it was a simple bolt on, bolt off kind of situation. I think it took all of maybe a half hour to get it all done.
You guys are using the carbide cutting edges on here. Tell me how those are holding up for you.
As you can see with our bit, I plowed with it last winter and we are not ready to replace it yet. We'll have a couple on order just in case, but I think it'll hold up another season yet.
Help me understand, how does the AdvantEdge system help with the crowning and the valleys you find?
Okay, Greg, so a standard bit is straight like this.
Yep.
That's all you got. Any imperfection within here, it's just going to go right over. This one being 18-inch pieces that are all individually spring-loaded, allow those to rise and sink, so they can fall into those cracks and, you know, overall crown the road.
So by doing so, then you're able to clear the road better in a single pass, right? And you're leaving less trails behind. Is that accurate to say?
Yes, sir. Less snow left on the road equals, you know, a cleaner road and a safer road.
Well, Ben, thank you for your time. I appreciate it, and I'm glad that you guys are doing well with the product.
Thank you.